Congrats on first, Leah. How you doing? Hope you're having fun with family. Okay, looks like we're back from the ads, so we can probably switch to the game. I think this game has its own music, so I'll probably turn off my BGM. Ooh, that is loud. That's so loud for me. Oh. Yeah, see, I did turn down the volume before, but apparently it doesn't remember that until you go into the settings. Okay. It's so loud. Holy. Okay, you know what? Let me message my friends group chat because they really wanted me to play this game. Okay, let's play, I guess. Should I turn? Oh, wait, I hate when games do that. Can I change that? Like when you switch. Oh my god, it is still so loud. Like, how do I make it so that the audio does not stop when I'm so headphones? Oh, reset. Streamer mode. The name is the in-game live streaming of music. What? Streamer mode enables the in-game live streaming of music. What does that mean? Maybe we find out. Would it be here? Never mind. Anyway, what was I gonna do? I was gonna do something. Oh yeah, make my chat smaller. Just a little bit. That should be good, I think. Okay. By the way, I'm on mouse and keyboard. Should I get my controller out? I should probably get my controller out, huh? Controller, where are you? Where is my controller? Hello? Uh-oh. Yeah, I think I'm stuck with mouse and keyboard for now. I'm pretty sure I saw my controller a couple of days ago. Where the heck? Controller. Yeah, no controller. Okay, never mind. Mere mouse and keyboarding this. really hope it won't be like a horrible. Use default return. It's just to show much experience. Blah, 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 blah. Assisted. I'm a newbie at this. Code on. Oh no. Please tell me I can play this with mouse and keyboard. I don't want to. Wait, is it on my table somewhere?
Hey, I know you won't hear this until you land. But you are going to love it here.
Okay.
I have so much to show you. There's just not enough hours in the day. And guess what? Jordan will be here anyway. I've been busy getting everything ready. We've got the sofa to crash on for a while. I got the garage all set. Oh, he's here. Gotta go.
Everything May said is true. You would not believe this place. I'll see you very soon. Gotta go.
Oh god. Where is my controller?
There's a huge event this weekend. Legends from all over making their way to the festival. It's gonna be on another level. I hope you're here in time. Let me know when you get this.
Oh no, oh no. Okay.
What up, people? It's Scotty Tyler on Base Arena, and it is the start of a brand new day here at Horizon Japan. So if you're listening in your car or you're kicking back on the bullet train, well,
Says choose your game. Yeah, I can't find my controller. Oh. Hey, can I hit the train? Can I hit the train? No! No! Wait. I want to hit the train. Can I get in front of the train? No, I think the train is too fast. I don't think it's possible to hit the train, like get in front of it. That would be funny though. If you got wrecked. And oh my god, I need to take my hand off my mouse. Okay. Do I even need a hand on my mouse for a racing game though? Maybe not. I thought I would find my controller when we started, but I can't find it anymore. I don't know where I kept it. Okay, wait, back to searching for my controller.
One rising star hoping to secure that purple wristband is Nakamoto Midori, looking to show they have what it takes to ascend to the next tier of competition.
Oh no! Okay, I'm back. Oh. This is like a preview. Yeah. Oh, this is so hard to control. Why are they spraying stuff on me? Blue line's good, yellow, okay, yeah. Why is the music so low now? It was so high in the main menu. Hmm. Ooh. I can't read the subtitles while I'm driving. Why does this tunnel look so low res? Looks like something from GTA. Cryogenic engine cooling initiated. Drifting time? Huh? Weather condition optimal. Oh, the mountain, yeah. Ooh, nice car.
All right, Horizon, it's your boy, Scotty Tyler, here at the festival site. What a day. We've seen wristbands, legends, rockets, and now a legend convoy headed for the festival. And leading the way, the amazing 2024
No,
GRGT.
okay, sure. Should I rewind there just because I lost a little bit of... it's fine. I'm sure you're not expected to, like... I'm sure that the tutorial is just scripted anyway.
Legends made at Horizon. I finally get to say it. Here it is, the final stretch. Welcome, everyone, to Horizon Japan.
Go, go, go! Change driving line to braking only.
For tonight at the festival.
This is the cover car, I see.
Your legend material? The Horizon qualifiers are starting soon.
What happened here? Oh, is this a TV? It's gonna transition into a TV, isn't it? Yeah. Oh.
But don't go anywhere,
I don't know. I want Mohawk.
That was quite some performance from the esteemed Belina
Why
Mafia.
do they all have
Joining
like
the esteemed
goofy
roster of legends
lips? Look
at
at the
every
lips.
moment in these drivers' careers.
Like I like this guy's overall facial structure, but look at the lips. Okay. You know what? I have very short hair, so this one maybe.
The successful launch of
Which
Heavy
one has the
Rain
shortest hair?
carrying the Horizon Festival broadcast satellite. Crowds at Horizon
Oh, I
Park
guess this
gathered
one.
at the Itokawa Space Center to give it
Body
a
type.
memorable send-off.
Uh, Steering settings to simulation.
The Horizon qualifiers are just around the corner.
Sure.
A grueling mixture of road, dirt, and cross-country events to determine who has what it takes to earn a place in the Horizon Invitational.
So emo. Emo hair. Oh, what? Black. Oh, can't even see the ears. The legs. No. Abs. Can I not? Okay, there. Never mind. Or should I have? You know, oh, this looks. Let's have IEMs. Oh, we can only have one. Yeah, I guess makes sense. Sure. He, him. Change anytime. Okay. Names. Nicknames. Oh my god. Sam has to be here, right? Mm, Sam. Wait. Can I only choose? Okay. Okay, I see. These are the voiced ones. Okay. Your Majesty. Zeus. Tengu. Spider. Slick. Sir. Sis. Senpai. Do I want people to call me Senpai? Abraham Lincoln doesn't have daddy. It has Aniki, which I think means like big bro. Brotato, buddy, Buster, Dark Lord, Darling Dog, Dragon Dude, Earthling. Oh, this is funny. Hamster, Brochacho. I don't think brocha, it's just brotato. Giza, Guy, Home Slice, Jester, Kappa, Kid, Kitsune, Legend, Kunoichi, Matt, Mate, Master Chief. Should I have people call me Master Chief? My Lord, Munchkin, Ninja Oni, Madam President, Player One, Potato, Butter, Bro, Pudding. Uh, what should I pick? Something that's funny but not like very Mm, senpai. Let's go with senpai. But wait, why does it? Okay, can I only pick one from either of these tabs? Then I'll just go with Sam, right? I thought I had to pick one name and
I can't believe we're all here. Make yourself at home. Whatever you need, just ask.
Hey. Oh, we've talked about this for so long, and it's actually happening. So, what's next, May?
Glad you asked. I know the two of you dropped everything to be here, so I got you both a little care package. Everything you need to make the most of your time here. First things first. When in doubt, explore. I've been back here 5 years already, and I haven't even scratched the surface. So, take this journal and document everything. I can't wait to see what you both discover. And I expect photographic evidence. Of course, if you need a guided tour, I've got you covered. I'm sure you both want to earn some cash. But with your driving skills, finding a job will be easy.
Tell me, what's the local racing scene like?
How about street racing at night in Tokyo City? And if that wasn't enough, I have one word for you. Toge.
I don't know what that word means, but okay. I feel like I was supposed to be more excited at that.
Mate, this is great, thanks. We couldn't do this without you. Though someone forgot to bring a car.
Don't worry. I got you.
My guy looks so goofy. Probably should have spent a bit more time, but okay.
Prep these myself. And what's mine is yours.
Okay. I'll have to pick
Take your
now.
pick.
What should I pick?
Give it to me.
I
You
kinda
can use
just
any
went.
time.
Oh, you can use anytime. Okay. This one looks the best, I think. This one's gonna be funny. This just looks like a family car. Can you customize their colors and stuff? Maybe not. Can't even see like their stats or anything. Nissan? Okay.
I got this Sovia fitted out with the original Rocket Bunny body kit. Hit up a road race and make a statement. Make this plate your own, just so we know it's
Oh,
you.
I don't know what these kanji means. Hey, can I just type anything? Can I like write something? Wait, what should I write? There's 8 characters, right? Hmm. Dark Knight, but without. I'll need to clip some characters. DRK. I don't know. Should I just do that? Ah. Oh, you know what? I'll make it door. You know what? Let's put some symbols in here. Does anyone know what these kanji mean? Let's do this. And let's do like Duolingo time. Okay, let's put a dash. Let's put a something here. Sure. I have no idea what these things are, but cannot view the stream in 1200 pre. Wait, why not? What happens if you do? Does it like buffer or something? Huh? Let me check on my phone. I think I can view it on my phone. Oh, it is disabled because my region. Oh, Sag. That's weird. Dork, dork. Dork.
Okay, that works. Now, let's head out. I have something lined up. First stop, Tokyo City.
Sounds good, mate. Lead the way.
Can I just free explore? I don't want to do racing. It's too stressful. I just want to drive around. Jordan Chambers, Mei Hasegawa.
Word on the street is the Horizon qualifiers are coming in hot. I'm heading out to see what's going down while you enjoy this jam.
Welcome to Tokyo City. There's a buzz around the place right now. I'll show you around, but stay close. Events are getting set up all the time. We'll have to navigate some,
Ooh, stutters.
I know these roads like the back of my hand.
Oh. The game stuttered for a bit there. I guess a couple of events would be mandatory. It's okay if you don't win.
Change of plan. Take a left through the stadium.
Tokyo Tower. Whoa! Never seen it up close before.
All right, let's head along Eagle Avenue.
Can you increase the car? Okay. Where is settings? I don't think I can go to settings now. Oh, there. Audio. Player car. Okay.
Take the next left.
Oh. That's not that much louder, is it? Let me make it 100. Drift must. Yes, intentional. Planned. All according to Keikaku.
Coming up to Shibuya Crossing now.
Shibuya Crossing.
We're taking a right. Watch the oncoming traffic. Okay, listen. I've got us three a chance to race around a new Horizon event route. It's just a taster, but hey, surprise. We'll be meeting up with a couple of my friends.
Oh. That's not
They're the
good.
ones who helped me organize this.
Thank God we didn't meet Sukuna there in Shibuya. Can you use your horn? I wanna honk. How do you use your horn? I wanna honk at people.
All right, let me introduce Yuji-san and Keiko-san. When they're not at the
See,
workshop
Yuji is
fixing
here.
the builds,
Sukuna
they help
might
set up
be
races
nearby.
at the festival.
Please, just Yuji is okay. We have a new route here, ready for testing. We need you to make sure it's fun. Make sure it's Horizon.
Plus, it wouldn't really be Horizon if we didn't make it a race. So, up for it?
Of course. Do you even need to ask?
Of course.
I also need someone to test the tune on my R32.
R32. Of course, you don't even need to ask. Mate. Horizon Festival. Does the player character not speak like Traveler?
No holding back.
Oh no, race time. Okay. Ah. Hey, why did my car change? Oh, because I'm using that guy's car. Okay. Move, 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 bitch. Get out the way. No! Okay. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Don't lose control. Okay, it's just the first race. I think they're going easy on me. The music and the vibes are nice. The driver just does emotes pro racer and level up the AI drivers. Okay. What's this? Oh, no, no. I think I have it on like
Okay,
average
looks like the
default
route works well,
difficulty.
as does the tune on that R32. Good work, everyone. Thank you.
Getting to race on an actual Horizon track was thanks enough. It's all practice, eh?
Well, we'll need it. Considering I've signed us up for the qualifiers.
Mate, this is amazing. Thank you.
In that case, next time we meet, I'll expect you'll have your wristbands.
My guy looks so awkward.
Go qualify.
Hi, you. How you doing? How was your day? I hope it was less stressful than yesterday. Ooh, cherry blossoms. I'm good.
Welcome to the spring qualifiers, our path to the festival and our first wristband. Standing in our way is the Horizon Invitational. So, we need to prove ourselves first. In these qualifier events. Complete enough of these, and we'll have a place in the Invitational. First step on the road to Legend Island. Better get to it. What do you want to do first?
Believe you get to free roam now? Yeah, I want to free roam. How do I zoom? What? Oh, it's locking into the roads, I see. This is an interesting implementation of a map pointer. Escape. Oh, I can't zoom out more. I can only zoom in. How much? Is it only like this area that's explorable? Yeah, I'm guessing these areas are not explorable. There's no roads here. Okay, still pretty big. Yeah, like these areas don't have the roads. So I think only this kind of area is explorable. Like within the game, as in the game has only this much. I'm pretty sure Japan itself is much bigger than that. Should be explored for the most part. I see. What is this? Speed trap. What is this, man? Are there no like free roam type challenges? Cross country, speed zone, time attack. Yeah, I'll just. Okay, no, I have to do something, I think. Reverse split. Speed trap. What speed trap? Do I need to go through like the checkpoints at the max speed?
Straight to a PR stunt. Whole choice. I guess if you want to get to that Horizon Invitational, this is the way to do it.
Hey, what's that on the mini map? Why is this thing? What do I do to this? Do I hit it?
We found a mascot. And smashed it, of course. There's a unique mascot flavor in each region. They
Dango.
also have credits too, so if you see one, you know what to do.
Oh, there's actual players in the game. Okay. Wait, another mascot. Oh, unused boat. What's Anna? Oh. Enable auto drive. Oh. Why is auto drive smashing the barriers? Okay, this cinematic camera is pretty shit. Like in GTA. Ask Anna to disable auto drive. What is drone mode?
Hey, you know you can see Japan in a whole new way? The drone can be used to explore from different heights to help you see things from a different perspective.
How do I like go up or down? Backspace? Oh. Space stabilize. Okay, this is stabilized view. This is turbo. How do I like go up or down? Oh. Wait, it's because it's stabilized? Huh? How do I go up? Thanks for the 3 stream streak, you. How do I go up? QE ZXE space shift. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I can just look at the controls, I guess, but oh, if I look up and press W, nah, it's still not going up. Is it? If I look down and press S, no, it's not going up. Never mind. What is Link?
Let me tell you about Forza Link. Forza Link tracks the status of you and the people you meet online, and suggests ways for you to link up, converse, and play together.
Okay, so is it like when you meet someone, like another player, you do that? Okay. Drone mode. What is World Builder?
Here you can create your ideal event, a perfect challenge. And if you like to build together, well, we've got that covered.
45k credits. Collab route. Okay, I don't want to work on this now. Friends, Helena. Who's Helena? Oh. Okay. Do I need to do this? I think I can explore now, right?
This is your map. It'll help you keep track of where you've already explored. And it looks like you have plenty more left to discover.
Where should we go? There's nothing that looks like immediately stands out on the map. Should we go to this island? Or is this the one that's locked? Pick a highway, okay. Let's go to this highway, I guess.
When it is safe to do so.
Kuroyuki, Jumpler Atom.
In 400 meters,
Should get the cover car too. How do I get it? Go back to menu. My Horizon, Message Center. Starting guide. I don't have any gifts. Store. Car packs. Oh. Welcome back. Dun, dun, dun. This one is 50k. It should be in cars. Cars. Oh, 3 cars owned. No, I just have. Gift drop.
Hey, just a thought, but there's no real reason to leave a barn empty, carless. So why not do a good thing for the next person who stumbles upon this place? Okay, what you thinking?
I don't think. Oh, car horns.
Want someone to really know it's you when you're out on the road? 2 words. Novelty car horn. Actually, no, is that 3 words?
How do I hear them? How do I? Oh, X. Wait, it's triggering my Discord push to mute thing. Let me. Do. Okay. Musical. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I don't think I have the. Maybe I need to play more to get it. I don't know. You can look it up if you want. If you have heard that you're supposed to get it, maybe it's with the premium upgrade. I hope this is not showing on screen because it might like docs my email. Let me see. Oh my god, it's not even showing what's included. It's just 80 SGD. I'm not buying that. Cover car should be free for all. I don't know how. Maybe if you're free. Oh, what the hell? Look it up. Google
Turn
it.
right.
See how to get it. Oops. Ito region.
In 400 meters, turn right.
Whoops, whoops, whoops.
Turn right.
Huh? Is it? It's it's telling me to go through the barriers? I think it's telling me to go through the barrier. What? I can't even do that. What? Hello? Never mind. Yeah, free will exists. Oh, why would the GPS lead me to?
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Okay. No, I'm gonna fall off. Let's go into the water. Let's see what. Oh, woman driver. That person's name is woman driver.
You've earned a skill point.
Let's W key this. See how fast we can go.
Calculating route. In 400 meters, turn left.
Oh no. Going way too fast. Okay. Oh, is that Mount Fuji? Hey, can we go to Mount Fuji? Let's go Mount Fuji. Where is Mount Fuji? Uh, I wish I could zoom out more. I don't see Mount Fuji. That's not it. I think it's outside the map. Stupid kid, just remove the GB. Yeah. Gotta complete prologue and then you can buy it from the engine for 250 Greek. Oh my god. 6, 7, 12 them off. Okay. Can't hear you. Can't climb but can go nearby. Yeah, I wanna go nearby. Go in northeast. No, but it's in front of me, right? Like it's that direction. So it should be like south west-ish. Should be somewhere here. Let me go to the lake. Wait. Let's go to this lake area. Okay, done shopping. Now we're heading home. Good. Get home safely, too. How do I change radio? I pressed Q like a GTA. Wait, I left click and now my mouse shows up, but I don't know how to hide it again. Let's cars. Car mastery of skill
You can
point.
use your skill point here to unlock perks. Every car has its own set, offering unique bonuses. Skill points can be spent on any car you own.
Okay. Okay. Controls. Where is settings? Controls. Change input mapping. Keyboard. WSD, erase, space, rewind, activate, ping, shift up. What is telemetry? Oh, edge. How am I? Okay. Edge is not a very easy to reach position. I mean, I can reach it with my thumb, I guess. Okay. Edge. What's the controls for the photo mode drone? They don't have it. Oh my god, that's telemetry. I'm giving them the Mumbai roads experience. Mumbai. I'm gonna flip like G when snow driving. Tokyo Tower. Wait, I didn't see. Is it behind? Oh. Oh, there. Should I go Tokyo Tower? Why is it so difficult to tell where? Is it this? It's pretty close to me, no? Is it this part? Ah, I don't know. Let me go Fuji, I guess. I hope my marker is close to Fuji. Oh, 1 second. 1 second. Yeah, I don't like the map design either. Wait, let me. Okay. First purchase the game before window shopping. Yeah, you shouldn't purchase stuff if you don't like
There
it.
is so much to
Vote
see in
with
Japan,
your.
so this journal
Okay.
will help you track your discoveries. As you explore, you'll earn stamps.
Give me 1 second. Cars, treasure car.
Treasure cars are a one-of-a-kind abandoned cars around Japan. I've got a bunch of photos.
Okay, why did she shut up when I alt tab?
Pretty recognizable. But what direction?
Ah. Oh, redeem reward. Credits 25k. Okay. Ah, I need 250k for that car. That's gonna be a while. Okay, it's loud. So loud. I'm gonna turn this down to 75 again. Music 40. Money isn't a problem. Yeah, I know, but I want it fast. These tunnels look like straight out of GTA. Real life, but that's the real grind. Shimanoyama region.
200 meters. You will arrive at your destination.
Wait,
You
what
have
happened?
arrived
Why
at your
are
destination.
ads on? Wait, did someone skip ads? If you skip ads, then reroll ads will turn on. But wait, where is drone mode? Okay. Why can I not go up? Oh my god, this is so. Oh, see there. There's Fuji. Okay, wait. So, oh, wait, why was there a mini cutscene there? Oh, glitching? Why am I? Okay. Okay. I have no idea what's happening. Distance limit, okay. What is that noise? Oh, train, I guess. Can I go in the water? What is that reflection? Is it pushing me out? Do you have ray tracing? I don't know. It's on default settings. Ah, the graphics. Where ray trace? Yeah, it's off. Ray trace. High. Sure. Let's make it struggle. What's GI? Global illumination. Let's make it scream. Only two ray tracing options, I think. Okay, let's see what happens to my FPS now. Oh, this is so hard to control. Yeah, I'm not seeing much of a difference with ray tracing. It is a bit lower FPS though. Like I think this is maybe like 30 something FPS. Wait, let me turn on this. Running low on video memory, please cause yeah, instability. Is my stream lagging? My stream might lag because I'm also using NVENC encoder. Okay, it's like 46 FPS, 45, 40. Oh, it's struggling now. It's going down. Yeah, this is what the review you sent me said. Settings. What? Why is it set to this? Oh, half. VSync. Off. Full screen on. Show FPS. There you go. Motion blur off. Oh, DLSS. Let's turn this on then. Oh, 1 second. Okay, super resolution. Did it mess with? Okay, now. Auto DLA. What's DLA? De-aliasing. Frame generation. I love frame generation. Low latency. Live preview. What the hell? Oh wait, did the game crash? The game might have crashed. Okay, now you've been disconnected. Return to freedom to accept. Okay. Let me turn these down because these weren't really doing much. Maybe low, sure. Yeah, see, this is doing like almost nothing. There's just a yeah. Video memory is struggling though. Hey, I'm supposed to have 8 gigabytes. What's using like 2 gigabytes? Who knows? Okay, I could try tuning stuff to like high to medium. Okay, let's do medium. Let's set the car level high. This high, this high. Car reflections high. Low maybe. Low. Let's try this. Okay, now we have like 160 something FPS with frame gen. Oh, well, I guess we're off-roading. Oh, you get points for doing this stuff. Then I'm going off-road. Wait, do I need to pay for repairs and stuff? I hope not. Can I hit? No, I don't get any points for that. Break that signboard. It's the one in front. Oh, behind me. The oh, it's just a signboard that says 1000 XP.
That's a bonus board. The festival crew have placed a whole load of them around to help festival drivers gain a little ground outside of all the events.
Oh my god. Okay, I guess we're going off-road again. Hey, this is fun. You just wreck stuff and you get points. Came in like a wrecking ball. Wow. New PB. So much destruction. Ohtani region. Interesting. Oh, my car doesn't have enough power to go up that slope. It's okay, we will. $61K new PB. There's something here. What is that on the map? Oh, there. I'm playing this like GTA. What else can we do? Oh, can I hit the tractors? What is this round place? Let's go to this round place. Why does the mouse not go away? What is this? Mascot. Look at Mount Fuji. Fuji Shibazakura. Hey, where is this? Is it inside this? How do I need to break? Okay. Okay. So much property damage. No, I'm just playing it like GTA. Oh, this is that stadium thing.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Wait, there's no animation for when you play the horn. 0 out of 10. Even GTA has an animation for. Oh, oh.
You have arrived at your destination.
Okay. Okay, let's park. Why is it so unresponsive? Okay. Okay. I'm not sitting in a car with you. It should have it. Yeah, there's no animation. May's house. Wheeler dealer. You can trade cars. Let's go to her house.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 100 meters, turn sharp left. Recalculating route. In 100 meters, turn right.
Oh wait, the road is above? No, this is the road. What do you mean, Sas? It's where I'm staying.
It is safe to do so.
For all you know, she might be my girlfriend. Where's the dating simulator minigame? Where's the hangout events? I'm driving exactly like GTA. Move, move. Tokyo Tower nearby. Hey, what's happening? Wait, let me check Discord for a second. Something's happening. Okay, Discord is so bad. I don't even know what server they were talking on. Oh, I see. I see it now. Let's see. Collection journal. Redeem rewards. Bonus board. Oh, wait, what was that? Did I get like a skin for a car or did I get an actual car? I didn't see. How's the game? Game seems good. Welcome back, Dory. Um, drafting skills, drift, any drift. I don't know. 2K events. I feel like this one will let me expand more, right?
You have just unlocked a permanent perk. This
This
applies a permanent bonus to this
skills,
car.
pass skills. I like passing. Skill chains just got tougher. Break after 2 collisions. Okay. Save the mastery was too late. Aren't they like car specific? What will I do by saving them? Like this car seems to only have this many. Oh, they need a lot more. I see. I thought it was like 1 point for each. Oh, this one's like 25 cost. Okay. It's okay. I'll switch. Huh? 4 cars owned. Oh, yeah, I got this car. Get in car. What is this dune buggy? Hey, can I? How do I look at my car? Do I need to use a drone to look at the front of my car? Is it like a more modern dune buggy? Oh, oh, I see.
400 meters. Turn left. Recalculating route.
There's a bicycle on that car. Wait, if I hit this car. No, I wanted to drop this, drop the bike. Why does this May person live in such a like a secluded place?
You have arrived at your destination.
Enter house. Tokyo is costly. They're like quite near Tokyo. It's like 1 or 2 kilometers from the city.
Welcome back, Sam.
Welcome back, Sam. No, I chose Sam. Okay. Do you want to hear Senpai? Oh, I like this. Oh, hoodies. Hi, Shane. This game is about racing. I mean, IRL, I would wear something like this, but I feel like Tokyo is too cold for that. So maybe this. Socks, okay. Ah, look at that. My dainty little feet. So I just went to like the base, the home base to just dress up. Oh, no. Thanks for the 5 street streak. Oh, I'm not paying for that stuff. What's this? Outfits. Oh, this looks nice. Oh my god, that's so shiny. Oh, I want this. How do I get this? Ah, I want this. Okay, let me take a screenshot of the maid outfit. And the traffic cone. And my ape can't stay too long. Okay, Shane. Did you end your stream? I was lurking in it. Oh yeah, you did. Thanks for dropping by. Can't stay up too long. Yeah, all good. Sleep well. Let me tuck you in. Wait, do my commands work if I use a capital letter? It should, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you for stealing my glasses. That's a kiss for you. Oh. Yeah, I don't like my face. I want to change my face. This guy kind of looks like Saiku, no? Now I have dinner while watching you on TV, okay? Why do all of the faces look so derpy? You know what? This guy, no. 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 All of them look so derpy. Yeah, the faces are not good. Yeah, on TV. Which one's the most normal face? This one? Honestly, sure. skin, darker skin like this. Wait, don't want the hat thingy, hat. Yeah, he look like dark. Yeah. Do you want me to be senpai? Nah, Sam is fine. Wait, but where is May? I wanted to meet my.
Hello,
Huh?
I'm Anna, your
Oh,
automated natural navigation assistant. Let me run through the new features in my latest software update.
okay.
In my latest update, you can now utilize the
Okay,
auto-drive
while
feature,
she's speaking,
the
I'm
drone
gonna
mode,
get some food.
world builder, and the what's next suggestion feature. Let's explore that now. Here I will recommend what you should do next. You haven't qualified for the Horizon Festival yet, so I've recommended a qualifier event for you. Select it, and I'll update your route.
Hello, Kyle. Thanks for the daily check-in. Agentic AI is here. Give me 1 second. I'm just getting some food. I will throw some cutlet in the air fryer. I forgot we were supposed to save for the new Trowns domain. Oh, it's okay. I have stopped min-maxing stuff in Genshin these days. I just do dailies. And if there's a time limited event that's ending in like 5 days or 3 days or something, then I look at it. Let's do food delivery. Yeah, let's do food delivery. Wait, let me keep my own food back in the fridge and start the air fryer. Okay, let's do food delivery now. Raku Raku.
Okay, Sam, I have set your route to the nearest fast food job.
Why does this mouse not go away? How do I make the
Turn around.
mouse go away? Okay, if I... Okay, it's gone. Should I do 20 pulls for Nico? Do it. I still haven't updated Genshin. I'll probably do my dailies after this food delivery. And then end stream in like an hour. No keyboard. I couldn't find my control.
In 400 meters, turn right.
Oh. I'm driving like it's GTA.
Turn right. In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left.
I keep hitting the same type of car. Food delivery, sure, let's do it.
All right, couldn't be any more simple. You'll get notified that a restaurant has some orders ready. Go pick them up, drop them off to customers, and try not to keep them waiting.
Okay. Wait, should I use this car? It's fine. Dune buggy delivery. Oh, you get a special? Okay, I see. Oh my god. Oh, I got a uniform too.
The food order is ready for collection. Route to pickup has been plotted.
Hey, I'm
Raku
your
raku.
Rebecca's delivery assistant. We've partnered with the Horizon Festival to bring customers food in style. I'll relay any customer, restaurant, or store requests during your deliveries.
Meters, turn left. Turn left. In 200
Oh,
meters,
oh.
turn right.
It's so easy to lose control if you press A or D for like half a second extra.
Turn left. In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Ready to go.
Go, go. Oh my god. Wait. Why are there so many
We've got
trucks?
one of the biggest orders in Raku Raku history. This one's gonna take the whole fleet.
Okay. That's not very realistic. Do I need to race them? I'm not racing them, right? This is nice. It's like a convoy of food delivery trucks. Oh, oh. Okay. So NPCs can crash too. Raku raku. Everyone just bundled together. Wait, I'm getting the text. Okay.
Nice. If you want to, you can go ahead and collect another delivery.
Hey, nice job. You earned yourself a
Wow.
promotion. Keep this up, and
Promotion.
you'll be climbing the ranks.
W promotion. Yeah. I think I will switch games now. Will you do this? Okay. Wait, let me see. I'm having my Oreo. Mm, We can play some golf or something maybe. I think I will have to go in like half an hour or something maybe. But or we can do like GTA daily stuff. What do you guys want to do? GTA or golf? Oh, oh, thanks for the raid, Sukasa. Hello, hello, welcome in. Thanks for the follow, What? Hello. Okay, this game keeps muting itself if I... You know what, I'm gonna just start my BGM. Hello. How was your stream? How was art? Oh my god, Forza, is it? Yeah, I'm playing it on Game Pass. Family friendly. Yeah, it has been very family friendly so far. But she's gonna try it out this weekend. Yeah. I don't usually play racing games, but my friends really wanted me to play it because I have the Game Pass thing. So they were like, you'll get access to it when it releases, so play it. Like you, I just want to drift in this game. Yeah, I was just doing food delivery. I don't want to race. It's too stressful. What do you mean, sure? It has. I mean, not, like, Jay and you are the ones who make things sus for me. And neither of you two have been very active in chat right now, so it has been very say so. Very family friendly. I'm never sus. Sure, buddy, sure. Your clips say otherwise. Wait. I have an idea. Let me first SO Tsukasa again. And then we're gonna SO J and see what clip it picks. They are just out of context. Sure.
Is that guy mad?
Make that bigger. Oh, there was that co-op event where you played against each other. I was playing at like 250 ms ping, so I was like lagging all over the place. Okay, that's very cute.
Hey, I got the top score. I got the top score. Oh, they all got knocked back so much.
I do not like PvP events in Genshin. They make me nervous. And now let me shout out Jay and let's see what clip plays.
No.
Oh, this is not a sus one. This is just when I was like, I'm gonna die, and I died instantly. Okay, buddy, you wanna roll again? Let's roll again. Oh, wait, I could have bonked you in.
I'm worried about it.
Did you guys see how she tried to bonk me there? Anyway, okay, yeah, what are we playing now? She bonks everyone. Yes. There's some very sus clips of her playing golf. But okay, let me get out of this game. I'm bored of this. GTA or golf? Yeah. Do you guys want to play golf? Any of you? You, Jay, Tsukasa, if anyone has the game. Kinda my brand at this point. Where my SO? Yeah, let's see what... Yu doesn't really have that many sus clips though. It's just funny stuff. I'm eating, sorry. Yeah, all good. Don't worry about it.
Night. Don't touch
Oh.
that first.
Oh,
You-
yeah.
Why? I just
Oh,
walked.
nothing happened at that clip, guys.
It worked so bad. You took 6K out of it. Oh my god.
See, I'm just very
Oh my
strong,
God.
okay? I just boil myself like this. If I bonk stuff, then it breaks.
Easy credits, right? The longer you stay in the job, the higher your job rank, and you guessed it, more credits.
I have...
Keep exploring if
Oh.
you want, but the qualifiers are right there waiting for us.
Yeah, see, I just touched it. I just bonked it lightly and it just broke. like it took 6K of the value. It's not my fault. Okay, yeah, do you want to play golf, Yu? I think let's go golf, if just in case someone else wants to play. Exit game. Sure, okay. Yeah, by the way, raiders, if you need to raid and run, it's pretty late, I know, so yeah. Feel free to go get some rest, get some food, whatever you need. I will also be taking a little bit of a food break in a while. Okay, golf with your friends. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Okay, let me switch my category and stuff. Golf with your friends. Golfing with my friends. Okay. Okay, who is playing? Let me invite you guys off out of the game. I don't like how it shows like my Steam overlay. Bananakin is online. Which region am I in? Asia? Okay. I think most people are gonna be from. If it is Sedai Knight playing, Dorman is playing. Yeah, Sedai Knight is online. You're playing? Let me host. Make it invite only. Let's make it like that. Sure. Max players 12 is fine. Let me invite you guys outside the game. Wait, can you not invite? Okay. You gone? He's online on Steam. Invite. Invite. And I'm gonna invite you too. Let's see. Yeah, I think Yu's gone. We've lost him. Okay, let me switch my game now. I think I've done the invites, so I should see. Because the thing I don't like is when I click on this invite thing, it shows like my entire friends list and who's playing what, and I feel like I'm leaking information about other people that they may not want to be known. So yeah, it should be good now. Okay, that's. Let me join Discord. Hello. Oh wait. Hello. Yeah, let me unmute you guys on stream. Get your things out of the way. They'll never know what you're saying. Okay, 3, 2, 1, you are live.
Yo.
Hello, stream.
Hello.
Okay. Custom mode, let me turn on jumping.
Collision is enabled.
It's enabled. Okay. Wait, did you really leave? Let me see one. I think he left. Let's give him like 30 seconds.
Your time starts now.
You. Okay. Yeah, I don't think he's coming. Let's start.
Not this map.
Why are you mourning?
What the heck? That was not mourning.
Show us what is mourning according to you.
Your mourning standards are very different.
Oh no, I missed my jump.
Oh. Loading
Huh?
standards.
Same.
Do you want to play golf? I thought when you said sure, that was a reply to whether you want to play golf.
Very nice.
Okay, no problem. Noise. No, what? I didn't know you could fall off the map. Oh no.
Don't be so hard on the ball.
Yeah. My bad. Yeah, just let you guys catch up.
Playing too well.
Thanks.
Everyone is playing too well. Oh,
He got in my way.
no.
No!
Oh, I forgot we can jump.
Never forget.
Dark Knight is playing well.
Yeah. As always.
Good player.
Oh,
Oh, someone
the hell?
walked me. Yeah, I guess we walked this.
Oh,
I guess I'll go the right way. Hmm.
I did it my way.
you can jump from here.
Yeah, you could jump.
Big break time.
Hmm. Oh man. I hate this one.
Or what is a man? What has he got? Oh, smooth.
Bonker.
Bonker, no bonking.
I guess it's over for me. I'll retire.
Consistently sabotaging yourself.
Wait till I sabotage you then.
No thanks.
Oh, no. I almost went
Oh, so close. Edged.
there. Yeah, same.
Please, this is a family-friendly stream. Control yourself.
Oh no. Oh no.
Just playing too well.
Oh no, this no, not this one. I think there's one of these levels I suck at. I was playing yesterday and I couldn't complete it.
Ouch.
Oh no! No! Two shots
Control.
wasted.
Just consistent.
I have one in front of us, the one where the panel keeps flipping. That looks
Yeah.
very bad.
Crazy,
nice.
crazy. Oh.
Huh?
What the heck?
What did you collide
Yeah,
with?
no.
Huh?
There
I
is an
collided with
invisible
the
ledge.
Yeah,
There's
there's
an
an
invisible
invisible
ledge over
pillar-like
his
thing.
Yeah. No, Zedite is colliding with some invisible thing on the edge of the slope. Oh. Almost. Got scammed out of 2 shots.
Ah, dude, that was too good.
No.
I went far. I went really far.
You'll go far in life.
Hopefully.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's over for me.
Here we go again.
Mamma mia. Here we go again.
Fine.
Wow.
No, no.
Oh, I fell.
How can I resist you?
No.
Oh, I made it. Bounced, but I still made it. Mamma mia. Just to show. Oh my god.
Why? Why? Why jumping?
Jump.
Ah!
Mamma mia.
So
Here
my
we go
second
again.
last shot.
Ah!
How
No,
can
no,
I
no, no,
resist?
no.
Oh.
Last shot not gonna happen. Yeah, it's bad.
I'm gonna
I
try
forgot.
doing this with hacks. Oh, so close. Wait, I'll try that again. Oh.
Oh.
Yep.
I hit the lip. What is happening to me?
I think it's how you think.
Excuse me?
It's a you thing. Hmm.
No,
Man.
no. Should have just
God.
gone full shot.
No, no, no! Crazy! Oh, nice. Oh,
Pro player.
sure.
Puro, puro, puro. Oh. No, no, no. That was very bad. I tried being greedy.
Same.
My greed has been my downfall.
Processing.
No.
Kill.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
No, 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 no. Recovery, recovery, please, please. No, I am under the map. Okay.
You are under the water.
I am under
No.
the water. No, I did the same thing. Okay, recovered at least. Better.
Oh, so close.
Oh no. Oh. Oh, yeah, we can play Super Battle Golf too. I just saw your message.
purchase it yet.
Yeah, I downloaded it today.
Next time.
No, no.
That one is more chaotic.
What?
I think Jay will like that one.
I was thinking the same thing.
Jump,
the
bro,
hell?
jump.
No ground to jump.
Then just use the
Yeah, I just like doing the
Arch.
slopes.
I did this once, like in one shot. I don't remember how. I'll stop it.
well done, man. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
I need this one.
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
Runs, Romans, countrymen. Lend me your ears. Not a great position. No, so bad.
Jump, jump, jump.
No, too hard.
No.
Oh, so close. Okay, still one.
Didn't even reach 50. Yeah.
So
Who has not continued?
me.
Hmm.
Okay, another one.
Yeah.
Deep.
What? Who did I hit?
No one.
Maybe me,
No.
but I was flying. Dark Knight is playing too well.
Okay.
Almost illegal. He's hacking.
Axe.
No, bad angle.
Yeah. Finally, it worked.
Zik Knight is playing too well.
Bro, it was just one round by.
According to your standards, you are playing too well.
No, I hit this ledge.
Oh, I keep doing the same thing.
Banana King is playing too well.
See, it worked.
I forgot I was supposed to.
Nice.
Banana Ken is playing too well.
Yeah, he should hit a 14. Yep. Went out.
No.
Oh,
Stop,
so
stop.
close.
Okay. Banana Ken is still playing too well.
Time to sabotage.
No. Ah,
No, it wasted a shot because you spawned in front of me. This is so annoying.
Rick. No, I hit it too hard. Too softly this time. I'm
Wait.
wasting shots.
Wow, hacks. Toro man hacks. Oh. Sad.
Banana Ken is playing too well.
No, I hit too much.
Yeah. Okay.
I hit the fish fee. Forgot to jump.
Oh. No. Nice.
Ignite taking the normie path.
Oh. Oh. Nice.
No. What am I doing?
Try to be greedy. Okay, that
Oh my god. Got demoted, guys. No!
Okay, it took a while for the curse to affect.
Dark Knight is playing too well.
No, jump. Maybe I'll try that again though. Go, go, go. No, no, please. Oh, oh.
Yes, yes. Oh, so close. Hit to the left little bit. Yes. Oh, oh. Damn. This is real edging. No, too soft.
That's sus.
No, what?
No, you would have reached if you would have taken the normal route.
Yes. See, see. Finally.
Ah.
No, this is so bad.
Ooh. Oh. Could have made it in one, like if you hit
Oh,
it slightly over 3 directly towards the hole and jump. You can make it in one. I hit it like 3.5 and I went over the hole. Oh no. Ah.
no, 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 no.
You guys are getting fish blocked. Oh, Toro and did not get fish blocked.
Dark Knight is playing so well.
Huh? What? Did I hit someone? I feel like I hit someone. What?
No
Why
violence,
is-
bro, please.
Why is my ball not balling? No, no. I will still do
Playing
that.
too well.
Your balls need to be inspected.
Okay.
I'm having some suspicions now.
Banana Kid is playing too well. No, no. I went out of the map.
Wow, so nice position.
Oh,
What is the
no.
Ah,
Yeah.
Banana Kid is still playing too well. Oh, oh,
I don't think so.
oh.
Oh,
easy.
pro player.
Okay, you can hit it from here.
No, no.
No, no. That was a pretty good shot. No, that was a bad shot. You know what? I won't be greedy. Don't bounce. Okay. No! So close. Let's try that again. No, no.
I am with Zik Knight.
This time. Yes.
What?
Banana
I'm
Kid
still
is
first.
playing so well.
Nice.
No. Oh, I braked. I don't think I would have made it even if I didn't brake though. Oh,
Oh,
nice. Banana Kid is
Smooth.
playing too well.
I will not play too well on the last one. I know this one. I always mess up.
I don't.
Wow, 2 points difference. Ah. Deep. Oh, crazy.
No, no, I missed the slope.
Oh, crazy. First time I didn't mess this one up.
Ah, banana can play too well. Oh. Oh. Rowan got screwed.
And
Nice.
Do you guys want to play something else? I'm a bit bored of this.
I'll go. I think I'm done.
What
Okay.
else?
I don't know. What else do we have that's like quick game?
Valorant?
Quick game. Quick game.
Maybe just play this only. Yeah, I
Come with
don't
me.
think. Yeah, let's do the other golf one next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super Battle Golf.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Virat
Thanks
Kohli.
for the games.
Bye.
Oh no, I messed up.
Oh. No, I'm gonna fall. Oh, I think we are both screwed.
No!
No,
What?
again. Rape. Rest in peace. Oh.
So perfect.
You couldn't get it in.
Was too fast.
Yeah. No foreplay. Rowan is in my way. Oh, now Banana Kid is in my way.
No. Ah. Nice. What? No.
Ooh.
No, no! Should have jumped. I thought it would go in. Oh!
Oh, nice. Nice. Our strokes are in sync again. Oh, did you make it? No.
No, I hit the tree.
Oh, oh, oh!
Oh.
Nice.
No, I hit the tree. Greed will be our downfall. Oh no.
Oh.
Greed. Your greed sickens me. No, so close. Oh, that was a big difference maker. Oh, wait, can I?
No, I got bonked.
Can you do this in one? No. Wait. Maybe? No, I'm getting too greedy. Oh, I could have just done this. Do. Oh.
Man, did you practice this before?
No, I found this out last time.
No,
but
I
remember I
didn't
told you
jump.
about it.
I
Yes.
jump.
Who practices golf?
I don't know. Your execution was so perfect.
Wait, well, I have seen Toro and launch calls with friends randomly at night. I saw once.
Yeah, it's just
Yes,
when I'm
yes,
on
yes.
call with someone and I have nothing to do. Let's do it.
Yeah, see, he practices.
But I play it mindlessly. Like, I'm just on call and I'm just playing meanwhile.
Owning those instincts.
Ah!
No, why did it throw me in the water?
I am under the water. Oh. Nice. I don't think he will make it. Nice. 3, 4, 5. Can you jump over this thing? Yeah. Wait, where did? Oh.
Ah, almost.
Oh. Oh, nice. Oh, almost made it in one. That's impressive.
I have made this in one before.
I will try to copy you. No, no. Wait, save me.
Wait,
Save me.
it'll just pull you up. Oh
Oh.
no.
Wait, I'll try it again. No, no, no.
My wireless mouse doesn't register the click on time.
Excuses.
Oh,
No,
no,
for real.
I was bad. Okay.
My bad craftsman always blames his tools.
No.
Yes, yes, sure.
No, I wasted so many shots. Oh, I'm
That
catching up.
110 wasn't there.
Yeah. It's almost like the consequence of your greed. Oh. Wait, this one has two holes.
2 holes, yeah.
Very nice.
So close. All of us are together. No, 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 no. Oh, come on.
Just go straight and then you'll get it in one.
No, no. No, no, no. Yes.
Oh.
Breaks.
Greed.
I'm anyway losing, so it doesn't make sense to.
Yeah, but even
save
this
like
way
a
you have
normie.
to play 2 shots. No. Yeah, like if you hit too fast,
Same.
it's so difficult to jump in time. Okay, this time I managed. No, no, the tentacle hit me. No. Ah. Oh no, I'm falling. What are the chances I make it in one?
Yes,
Oh,
finally.
oh no. Ah. I'm sure, I guess I have
Jump, 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 no?
You could just jump.
How?
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Toro Man 69.
Even with the 10.
Oh,
I'm
man.
done. I have to eat.
Okay. Yeah, I
Maybe
think
Yeah.
I'm
I'll
also
join
pretty
after I
full.
eat.
I'm pretty bored of this too.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
I think I will end stream. Do I do my dailies first? Oh wait, the Genshin new update is out, right? Let me. Nah, I'll play it later. And I still need to do the update. It'll take time. It'll like compile shaders and stuff. Oh yeah, I still need to update. Yeah, this is gonna take time. Maybe. Have I done my Wuthering Waves dailies? Let's see. If not, let's do that before we end. Let's see. Wait, is the Dotore quest out? Oh my god, I wanna do that, but I'm gonna be away from here for a while. Maybe I'll stream it while I'm visiting my parents. Maybe. So much to do, so little time. Okay, let me... I think I haven't done my Wuthering Waves daily, so I'll probably do that. And then end stream. We might be doing repo tomorrow, so watch out for that. In fact, we're probably doing repo tomorrow, but yeah, it depends on other people, so I can't confirm. Okay, let me switch the game capture. Let me switch the category. Anyway, thanks everyone for playing golf with me. And we'll do some single player gaming, only for like maybe 15 minutes or so. I kind of want to play some other music. This playlist is boring me around. It's too cozy. I want something loud.
Come take a look at our official merch.
Whoa. 1 second.
Come take a look at our official merch.
Okay. Isn't there like a one of those zip thingies? Woohoo! What if I told you that I've fallen? And I like the way you say my name. When streaming, wait, let me drop by his stream for a second. My heart skips a beat when I hear you calling, and I like that it won't go away. And never mind, don't wanna give you any trouble. Never mind, never mind. 'Cause I'm okay with being by your side.
At your disposal. Loading.
Fight by my side. Sing of my triumph.
These dailies are so easy now. You just press one skill and everyone's wiped out. Okay, anyway, how's everyone doing tonight or today? Like, depending on time zones, I guess. Do this later, I'll do this later. Wait, but when is later though? Because I will... Wait, is that a challenge I haven't done yet?
Honor cannot be.
That's crazy. There's no way, right? There's no way I still have changeable challenges left. Okay, I think the challenge itself is done, right? Because these blades are not active. Yeah.
Stay behind me.
Boom. Yeah, let me turn on some other music because I'm bored of this playlist. Oh, that's loud. Tonight I wanna show you off. Hey, hey, hey. A billion couldn't never fall. Hey, hey, hey. We gonna party like it's 30-12 tonight. Finer things in life. Cause all I need is a beauty and a beat who can make my life complete. It's all about you when the music makes you move. Baby, do it like you do. don't know what my pity is. Oh, I can feel your body rock. Hey, 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 bow. You're on the hottest ticket now. Oh, we gonna party like it's 30-12 tonight. I wanna show you all the finer things in life. Young tonight, I'm coming for ya, I'm coming for ya, 'cause all I need is a beauty and a beat who can make my life complete. It's all by you, when the music makes you, baby, do it like you do. Okay, I think I got all the asteroids from this event. Justin Bieber.
Mm.
I wanna feel your body rock, 'cause all I need is a beauty and a beat who can make my life complete. It's all about you, when the music makes you move. Baby, do it like you do. That song is so good. Didn't I tell you that I never will? Na, 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 na. I'll be fucked up if you can't be right here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Be fucked up if you can't be right here. I'll do the same thing I told you that I never would. But nobody is as good as you. Here to stay. Here to stay. Here to stay. Empty-headed. You know that I know that I can't live without you. Baby, stay. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I'll be fucked up if you can't be right here. I do the same thing I told you that I never would. I want to listen to like nostalgic music. When we first met, we make out in your Mustang to Radiohead. For your birthday, we got matching tattoos.
Moment of victory!
And then one day I'll be losing you in another life. I would make you stay. Promises be us against the world in another life. You stay, so I don't have to say.
Invincible! In one strike!
I put those records
In
on.
control!
Tattoo on, so you downtown. I'm no longer your muse in another life. Your girl. Keep on
Loading.
promises be us against the world in another life.
I engraft you new.
So I don't
I'll indulge you. Present your offerings. Face me. Fate in my mark. The moon is full. At your disposal. Time machine. What has some really bad loading screen lag? Like, do you hear that? Okay, I think we're done with our dailies. I think I will end the stream there. I will be your girl. We keep all our promises, be us against the world in another life. Come on, come on. I don't have to say a word, the one that got away. Trying to call home all of my change I spent on you. Where are the times gone, baby? It's all wrong. Where are the plans we made for two? Yeah, now it's hard to remember the people we used to be. It's even harder to picture that you're not here next to me. Is it too late to make it? Or is it too late to try? In that time that you wasted, all of our bridges burned out. I wasted my nights, you turned out the lights. Now I'm paralyzed, still stuck in that time. Wait, how much do I have? 17 days, okay. Trying to call home all of my change I spent on you. Where are the times gone, baby? It's all wrong. Where are the
Hello, everyone. Hi, Night. How's everyone doing? Hello, Marini. How are you? How's it going? That's your first message, but you've been following me for a while now. How are you doing? Good. Having lunch right now? I see. Hope you have a nice lunch. Are you in the habit of like putting on streams while you're eating too? Because I do that all the time. Yeah, to be honest, I don't know when I followed or how, but I'm glad I was able to catch the stream. Thank you. Maybe you got brought over by a raid or something. I don't know. And then you had to leave because, you know, sometimes you got to raid and run. I would still be holding you like this. And those fairy tales are full of it. And what stupid love song I'll be sick. Anniversary coins. Okay. Wait, which event is this? There's so many. Okay, this thing. That's just so. You have a delivery to collect. Why? What do you mean? What do you mean I will? Huh? I've collected everything. I'm usually at work by this time and I don't have headphones, so I don't watch streams at this time, but I do whenever I'm home. You will let go early today because they had to do some stuff in the building. I see. That's nice. Half day at work. Is the music too loud, by the way? I was just vibing to the music. I normally play like instrumental tracks on stream, but I was kind of feeling like, I don't know, listening to something with a bit more pep to it. No worries, play whatever you want, man. Yeah. I'm just vibing right now. Because it's like 2:30 a.m. here. Man. Please don't waste my time. Not time to rewind. Oh, dang, it's pretty late. Yeah, it is. I'm probably gonna end stream soon. Maybe now. I don't really know. Oh, ad time. Sorry if you got hit with an ad. Paradise. Roll the dice. Don't you really fall? The mother guys. Disappear right after the sun. Oh, can't make up your mind. Please don't waste my time. Not time to rewind. Mighty more love. Do you play Wuthering Waves by any chance? Marini. Should I just call you that, or do you have a nickname or something you prefer? Any, many, many more lover. Any, many, many more lover. Oh, you might be in ads right now. I'm sorry. Do I have this pistol? Do I have the pistol? I think I do have one copy of that. Any, many, many more love. No, I do not. Might as well do a temple then. Okay, hey, that's a new weapon. Celestial Spiral. A prototype weapon designed by the Black Shores for elite combatants. These gauntlets take their name from the tragic demise of a blazar, galactic nucleus whose blinding radiance pierces the cosmos, shining unmistakably across billions of light years. I see. This song was so popular, like, I don't even know, like 7, 8 years ago. On the edge of something beautiful, something beautiful. On a tree, smoking mirrors on America. Through the darkest of days, having a breakaway. Okay, I think I'm gonna end stream there. I'm not really sleepy, but I'm honestly, I'm back from that jail. I was rattling my cage. Oh, I'm sorry. I am sorry. But yeah, I was asking if you play Wuthering Waves or not. And if not, then what kind of games do you play? What kind of games do you like watching people play on Twitch? The grass physics is so nice. I don't know, but I've seen it around. I see. Look at those ripples. I think I saw a character. Luke. Yeah, do you like Luke?
Where my blades?
The incision has to be clean. Don't want to mess for suturing.
Pretty doctor, yeah.
Funny thing. When I first went colorblind from the side effects of Ichor, the world turned into an old black and white movie overnight. The only color I saw was the mesmerizing golden hues gilding the world around me. The morning light dancing on the windowsill, students' smiles as I unwrapped their bandages, and the vibrant energy they brought to the room as they pushed open my door. Look, even this bouquet the students brought me this morning glows faintly with the same golden light. Perhaps when I have time, I'll go pick out new specimens myself.
He sounds so gentle.
Honestly, I don't think I have many worries. You already know the answer, don't you? Candy, of course. Would you like one? Lately, I've been experimenting with some new varieties. My students are a constant source of inspiration. The other day, one came to me, dead serious, and asked if I could make a candy that could release exam stress overnight. Should I tell him that, compared to candy, a chat with me in my counseling office might work better? My lifelong wish is to be someone's partner in crime. Together, we'll send him straight back to hell.
We'll send them straight back to hell. I don't play many gacha games. I started with Genshin a few years ago, got burned out, then recently I've been playing Werewolves Meat. I see.
These restraint devices on my neck and
Have
arms,
you
they're for
been
containing
having
the
fun
ichor,
with
or
Werewolves
what they call
Meat?
the golden serum. Nothing mysterious here. I'm sure you've heard the story, haven't you? They're just surgical scars. The ichor can remold itself into any form I desire.
I kind of like how the game looks, but I didn't want to start another gacha, so I just play Genshin and Wuwa, and that's enough for me. I don't want to start another one. It's just, the constant FOMO of doing your dailies and stuff. Yeah, a lot of fun. I've been smacking bosses left and right. I see. I see. That's fun. Yeah, I don't think I have much to do now. I could play some more of the pinball event. I only started it because I joined a community recently and they play it. So I wanted to play with them. I see. That sounds nice. Hope you've been having fun making friends. Some of my best friends are at his Autumn's community. I see. That's probably how you found me, because I'm in his chat sometimes and he does shout me out. He often misspells my name because it's a bit long. He likes to put an extra S in there. He likes to say Dark Knight's Place. Now, a number of times he's misspelled my name and he tries to shout me out. It's very cute. And then he eventually just copies it, I think. Yeah, probably. Yeah, the dyslexia, but he's very sweet. Yeah, he is. I don't know why though, but he's not the only one who somehow reads my name as Dark Knights. Misa used to do that too. She used to call me Dark Knights, and I was asked her, why do you call me Dark Knights? And she was like, wait, there's no S? Complete. 30, 35, okay. Consume Stardock vouchers. Oh. Wait. This is A class. Then what is S class? maybe you just have the aura of multiple nights trust. Okay, let's check my Riz today. 47. Oh no, no Riz. Let's check how dorky I am today. 52%. Okay. Oh no, very low rolls today. Okay. Ooh, 72% Riz. Teach me your Riz, master. Teach me how to be the Wizard of Oz, the Rizzler, Riztastic. No healer in the team. Okay. You want me to use these characters? Okay, after this level, I'll probably be ending stream. I'll see who I can raid. If you guys have any suggestions on a nice streamer to raid, you can let me know too. If not, I will find someone. Sure, I will teach you the way of the Riz. So she says she has no Riz. No, the bot doesn't lie. You have 72% Riz. That's pretty high. Teach me the way of the Rizzler. I should add like a say so command. Wait, did I add one? Sometimes I just like to pause my stream and just add commands because it only takes like a couple of minutes if you know your way around streamer bot. I feel like I might have added a say so command at some point. Let me check. And if not, then we will add it right now. All I do is be myself. I have 0 points in my flirting stat. Same. Same. Being yourself sounds like a good strategy though. If you need to be someone else to impress someone, then that's not really a relationship you want, is it? Oh my god, he's hitting me with his lasers. I couldn't act like someone else even if I tried, so I'm just myself. Yeah, it's exhausting trying to pretend to be someone else. Get him, just get him. Just do it. Just do it. By the way, sorry if I came in and started yapping. No worries. I was like playing with my friends just a while back, but they had to go because it's like late, right? So then I was just sitting here playing games alone, so I turned on some music and I was just singing to myself. But it's nice having someone to talk to. Don't worry about it. I appreciate having someone to talk to. Thanks for the headbats. Let's see if say so. If I added a say so command, I don't think I did. Yeah. Let me add one right now. Wait, do you want to see this? Let me show you how to add commands. This is streamer bot. You go to commands. Let me just, can you duplicate? Okay, let me just create a new command. Let's name it Twitch say so. The commands will be say so. Cooldown will be no global cooldown. 1 second cooldown for a user so that a single user cannot spam it. Okay, that's source Twitch message. That seems good. Now we go to actions. You're welcome. I'm glad I can help a little. Yes, I appreciate it. Let's see, which one should we copy from? Let's copy from Riz percent, right? Let's duplicate this. Let's rename this to say so percent. Wait, can you see? You can't see the dialogues, huh? If I do that, you can't see the dialogues. That's fine. Okay, now this, let me change this to say so. So now this action is triggered when you use the say so command. Get a random number. Okay. User is random number percent say so. And bonk. Let's put the bonk command. I mean the bonk emote. User is random number percent say so. Bonk. That should work. Now if we try say so. 91% say so. See, I'm so nice. First try. Forty percent say so. Ooh, you've got the high risk and the low say so, huh? I see how it is. Do you want to raise up Mr. Luke here? Wait, who do I upgrade? Try again, next stage. Don't believe it, that's defamation. Nah, the bot never lies. They're not shining. Her hair broke perfectly without her trying. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. Nor. What else can we do? I think I'll probably end stream here because I don't really feel like doing any quests or anything. What's this? Oh. And when you smile, The whole world stops and stares for a while. Eh, what do you mean? Wait, what are you replying to? What did I say? I was just saying that I think I will end stream now because I don't really know what else to do. It's just, I'm just doing. What did you say after I think I'm gonna end stream? I. Mm, I don't really want to do any quests right now. I think that's what I said. Like, I don't want to start any of these quests. I think that's what I said. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Do what you need to do. Do you have any other streamers that you like to watch that you think I should raid? Ah, no one's really online right now. By the way, do you go by dark or night? Ah, anything's fine. I go by both. Or by dorky, or by like my friends, IRL friends call me Sam because that's my name. Some people like to call me Dorky Boy or Nighty Boy or oh, you can cut the grass now. Celestial Starlight. What are they playing? Let's check it out. Oh, what's my game? Where's my audio lagging? Would you be okay with calling Sam? I'm fine with it. Dork is fine too. Anything is fine. Okay, I just got a weird message. Okay, I'll have to look into that. Okay, let's see this person that you suggested. Twitch.tv/. Wait, they're not live anymore. Did they go offline? Hello. Yeah, they just ended. Oh, happy DS. Why? I miss you more than life. Because I did a cover of it, I see. Okay. My voice ghosted me. I lost my voice for like 2 weeks. Oh my god. Okay, why is my music doing that? Hello? You know what? I think it's time for me to close this game. Okay. Let's do this. We will just talk for a bit while we decide who to raid. Do you have anyone to raid, you? Wait, Amarini, do you know you too? When? I just raided him like yesterday, I think. Or was it no. What did I raid yesterday, huh? Did I stream yesterday? Man, my timelines are so staying up all night has really messed up my sense of time. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I rated him like within the last couple of days, so I would rather rate someone else, I think. Um, Rory, I think Rory just ended because I was in a stream. He just rated out. I don't know, Tanuki, I decided to say hi to me, but I see. I see. I'm a bit off center, no? Let me move myself to the center. Okay. Nah, I can go more to the right. That's better. Rory ended. Who else can we raid? We can raid. Neko is streaming. NTE. When is streaming? Oh, okay, yeah, we just raided When like a couple of days ago. We could raid Barry. Sumi is playing Valorant. Mm, This person's playing Forza Horizon 6 and collabing with two other people. Maybe we could rate them. He's like a game tester or something, I think. Let me check out his stream. Let me see what they're doing. Did my model freeze? Hello? Oh, I see. My phone had a pop-up on it, so it froze. Wait, is Jay free now? Ah, I'm sorry, I'm also looking into some stuff on Discord. Apparently, this person who just joined my server DM someone else, so yeah, it might be like a bot or something. So I might need to ban them. So I will. Yeah, let's just raid Neko. She drops by my stream sometimes. She's playing NTE, which is a new gacha game, I think, that a lot of people are playing. Alright, channel. Okay, she's got a chat disclaimer, no backseating allowed. She wants to explore the game by herself, so please don't backseat. Neko talking to herself, not equal. So yeah, please read her pinned message. I mean, she's pretty friendly, but yeah, if some people don't want to be backseated, and sometimes people just come into chat and they start like some people, sometimes they come into chat just specifically looking to like seem like know-it-alls. They come in and they'll be like, oh, that's not how you do this. You're supposed to do this or you're supposed to do that. So yeah, please don't do that. Um, and yeah, let's wait, I lost. Okay, there. I'm gonna start the raid. This is the raid message. This is the sub raid message. Okay, with that, thanks everyone for joining. Have a good day, good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I will probably be streaming again tomorrow. We're probably gonna be playing Repo because I'm supposed to play with someone, but I haven't really confirmed with them. Take care, Doc. Nice to meet you. Thank you, Amarini. Thanks for dropping by. I hope to see you again later. Bye bye. Okay, before the timer ends, let me thank Watt for the follow. Thanks Sukasa for the raid. Thanks everyone for the daily redeems and the hydrates and and stealing my glasses and stuff. And yeah, good night. Let's go. Let's raid out.